Hello everybody, it's Bourbon Bill, and tonight, a very special episode. We're doing a blind flight poured by Rita of one of my favorite distilleries. That's right. It's Jack Daniel's 10 and 12 blind flight night here on Bourbon Bill. Now look, I've done reviews of the new batch 2 of the 12 year, right here, and of the batch 3 of the 10 year. Those were off samples at the time, but now thanks to subscribers, fans of the channel, I have the latest and greatest right here. You know, they're not fresh. I've had some pours out of them. And we're going to compare them to last year's batch 2 of the 10 year and batch 1 of the 12 year. Now, in my reviews of them, they weren't blind, right? And since then, what everyone's been saying is, oh gosh, you know, the batch 3 10 year is as good as the batch 2 12 year. I didn't quite think so. So here's what I think is going to shake out. Okay, from drinking them, but I knew what they were when I was drinking them. Okay. Batch 3 of the 10 year is the best 10 year to date. Hands down, it's going to crush batch 2 of the 10 year. I think it is almost as good as the second batch of the 12 year, but I still think the second batch of the 12 year is better than batch 3 of the 10 year. But we'll see if I'm proven right with this blind flight tonight. As far as the 12 years go, I think batch 1 last year's was actually better than this year's by the thinnest of hairs. But I still think the original batch was better than this year's batch 2. But again, I drank those back to back, comparing, you know, going back and forth. But look, these bottles have had a little more time to air now. And blind, who knows, right? We're going to find out. Rita poured these up in all kinds of colors. I got no idea. She said she'd text me the answer key with a little photo. And for the hell of it, you know what else she did? I said, pick 5, you know. She threw in Jack Daniel's twice barreled rye, special release from last year, at 100 proof, compute 50% alcohol by volume. So hopefully I pick this one out, right? You know, the twice barreled rye from last year, being it's the only rye in this lineup. And these are about 8.5 years old, I think. So it's a little bit younger. And in case you didn't watch my other videos on these, I've done a couple of them. So if you don't like these videos, sorry, I just love Jack Daniel's. And now that I have bottles, I thought, heck, I might as well do a blind flight. The 10 years come in at 97 proof, compute 48.5% alcohol by volume. And the 12s come in at 107 proof, compute 53.5% alcohol by volume. So we're going from 97 to 107 tonight with the 100 proof rye in the middle there. Without further ado, let's see how good I am. I'm going to try to guess them, rank them. And like I said, my guess is this. JD12 batch 1, JD12 batch 2. Oh, but that rye's in here. Then the twice barreled rye. Then batch 3 of the 10 year, and then batch 2 of the 10 year. That's my lineup guess for you know, upon having these and doing other videos. That's where I think it's going to line up. But a blind flight, we don't know. So many bottles. Alright, first up in the green, you'll know what it is through the magic of editing on your screen. Oh, does this smell good? It's like fruits, barrel char. Nice healthy oak underlying component here. Wow, this one just... I mean, I know I like all these, but this is just like, dang, this is good, you know, when you're smelling it. It's kind of sweet. It's got like just barrel char, a sweetness to it. Almost like a very sweet cocoa. Let's take a sip. Damn near perfection. Man, you know you're having a good night when you're drinking high-age JD products, you know? This one's delicious. There's the oak here, the sweet oak. There's the barrel char, the caramels. It has a little bit of like fruitiness to it too. Wow, a long finish, but I don't think this is one of the higher proof ones. I'm gonna guess this is one of the batch 10s, but I'm not quite sure which one just yet. Next up, in the red. Okay, this smells a bit drier on the nose. It's not as sweet. Not as sweet. It's packing more oak though. This is like oak, barrel char. I get some graham crackers in here. The fruits there, it's just not as sweet, and I don't get quite the cocoa on here. But the oak is dialed up. Boy, that's nice. Alright, let's take a sip. Ooh. Star of the show on the red one here is the finish. It's got more oak to it, a little bit longer finish, a little bit thicker on the mouth. It's drier. It's drier. I don't know that it's got the barrel char oak thing with a little bit of fruit going on, but it's not as sweet. I don't know if it's as complex as the green, but I think this is actually one of the JD12s. But the finish and the seasoned oak on here, whew, chef's kiss. So that's the green and the red. I'm torn on which one I like better, honestly, and that's sad because one of them is, I think one of them is a 10 and one's a 12. All right, the blue. Oh gosh, this is like a roasted, toasted marshmallow. Barrel char, caramel bananas and fruits. Oh, this got to be that twice barreled rye. Does this smell good? Oh my God, is that good? Just a pop of this sweet, sweet oak candy. It's like barrel char oak candy on here. Marshmallows, just melted marshmallows from the fireplace on this bad boy. The only thing I'll say that's negative here is the finish is quite short, and it's very like double oaky in nature, but it's not well seasoned aged oak that we were getting from the first two. But I really like this one, and this is going to be a lot tougher to rank these than I had anticipated. I do think this is the rye. It has like a rye taste, and it's just, I mean, levels of sweetness, it's like here versus whatever we were drinking before. All right, up next in the gold. Gosh, it has like just a dang tobacco oak note to it. Maybe that's what I was getting on the first one, was like a little bit of a tobacco note. It's got the well-seasoned oak. It's got the barrel char. This is now striking a nicer balance between the super sweet and the drier notes. Let's take a sip. Oh my God, is that one good? It's damn near, that's my favorite one so far. Oh my God, is that good? Just the perfect balance of the fruits and the oak. And it's a perfect balance of sweetness on there. It's got the barrel char, a little bit of tobacco on there. Man, that's good. See, it had a long finish, but didn't I don't know I don't know if, I think that's the 12 year, but I don't know. That could be the 10 year batch 3, right? All right, in the black. See, this one's got a little bit less oak, a little bit more muted. So I do think I'm going to go say the gold is a 12 year. And that's leading for me, the one on gold. It just feels a little more dull and muted. Everything else was like bringing, the best of the best. But I mean, this is good. It's got the oak. It's got the barrel char. It's got a little bit of that tobacco, but not as much. Let's take a sip. That one's good as well. Everything else on the nose is there on the palate. I just think it's a little muted and a little shorter finish than everything else up here. So that's my weirdly enough, that's my last place, the last one of the night. The second to last one, the gold, I think is in first. So I'm going to bracket those. These other three though, fighting for the middle. I don't know where to put them. So I'm going to go back through these off camera, and then we'll come back with my rankings, reviews, results, whatever. We're going to discuss it. We're back. I really fought over two of these. I might swap. The green and the red were so close to me. I don't feel good on my answer. Okay, that's how close those two were. But they weren't first and they weren't last, so they were like in the middle. So I don't know if it's going to matter to you. My guesses are that one of the 12 years won. I think it's the original. And I think one of the 10 years lost. And I think the rye got second. All right, so in last place, the black. You already know what it is, but my guess was that it was a 10-year, and probably the first one, what I thought would come in last. It is 10-year batch 2. I guess this one would come in last just because I thought, I like these though, don't get me wrong. These are very good, absolutely worth a buy at $70, $75 hairs, whatever they are. But compared to everything else up here tonight, it just felt a little muted. All right, in fourth place and in third are the green and the red. And I fought tooth and nail over these for like 10 plus minutes, just back and forth, back and forth. But ultimately, I think, well, I don't know. I don't feel good about this answer, but in fourth place is the red. Oh, no. It's the new batch 3 of the 12-year. Oh, which means that's a far fall from grace. In green, in third, is the new 10-year batch 3. Son of a bitch. So in my review, I actually picked the new 12-year by a hair over the new 10-year. But tonight in the blind, I actually preferred the 10. But I really fought over these. Now, that's a problem, right? So if you're a 10 or 12 lover, you know, whatever your choice was before, this batch 3 10-year from 2024 is absolutely phenomenal. This is cheaper than a 12-year by about $10 hairs in 2024. And it's going to be night dependent whether it wins. It was just such a perfect balance of the fruit, the oak, the tobacco. Had a good long finish. These almost kind of drank similar proof. Now, the 12-year batch 2 here did have a little bit more well-seasoned oak to it, but it just didn't have the balance of fruit. This is not as good, obviously, as the batch 1, but this 10-year has really stepped up its game. We only have the gold and the blue left. In first place, the gold was the 12-year batch 1. Oh, thankfully I still have a good bit of this left because I was always like, I don't know if I'll see another one. It was so hard to get. And, oh, it's still so good. It won tonight because of the well-seasoned oak and the fruit. See, this is a good representation of what the new 10-year batch 3 is, but this is really the jam. This was just flavors higher, right? Deeper, rich, darker, deeper, and richer. In second place, though, and I didn't think it would place this high, is this twice barrel rye. Now, I know some people were a little bit disappointed. It's only 100 proof. You know, how could they? But this is a phenomenal double oak rye. And I mean, I did a review on this. I really loved it then, still do. It placed in my Rise of the Year for 2023. I just feel like not a lot of people care about this one, but you should. I hope this was as eye-opening for you as it was for me. And I might be holding on to this 10-year batch 3 just a little bit tighter than I normally would. So if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you next time. Have a good evening, everybody.